Clean hauling?
Clear.
That's it. Straight.
Go forward?
Yep. Yeah, that's like right where it needs to be. All right, so next up, we are going to get this baby up on the lift. We're gonna tear it into 1,000 pieces. Everyone's favorite. It's actually my favorite. My favorite thing to do with cars is strip them apart. Actually, I think my favorite thing to do is cutting them apart. So when you're like ripping, like, you know, some factory panels out, you know, lopping wheel wells out and things like that. But stripping them down is also super fun. Now that Liz got to play around on the car a little bit, like I said, it's about 80% there on the paint. I got to get the final pieces on there so she can see what it's all gonna look like. We got the skillered front grille coming for it, a new front lower spoiler coming for it, and then I gotta get those pieces off the rear. That's not really too in the way, but in the interim, we're gonna get this thing up, we're gonna get the motor out, drivetrain out, and blow all the suspension off real quick because the guys from Ice Blast Works wanna come by next week, and so I wanna make sure that they can get into every nook and cranny because it's going to make this chassis rebuild that much better. So that is what we are doing now. So we gotta find some room for some parts. That's the only worst part about taking the car apart is now you just got stuff kind of floating around, but we'll make some room. These motors are gonna be going off to get rebuilt here shortly, so we're gonna get some space up there. We're gonna have to get some bins for all the suspension parts. I mean, most of this stuff is probably gonna get tossed anyway because it's all getting replaced by the Techno Toy kit. So we have, you know, all new hubs, all new rotors, all new spindles, all new control arms, bushings, brackets, braces. Most of the stuff on here is probably gonna have, you know, some surface rust and things like that, so it's not even really worth keeping and trying to sell. I mean, if you really sat around and spent your time on it, you might be able to get like a couple $100 for it, but we'll just bin it all up, anything that looks like it's worth holding on to, especially like the spindles, because I know those are good cores for the guys like Techno Toy when they are not selling the new evolved full custom aftermarket spindle. I know they will appreciate getting those cores back, so we'll just donate them to the cause and get those out to them. Stop worrying about that. First things first, blow these wheels off. We can leave the fenders on because we would have to take the whole front end apart to pull those fenders off. So we'll leave the fenders on, but we'll take the hood off because we do have to get through to the front. So this stuff's gonna come off too eventually, so might as well just grab the old drill and unscrew all these bits and start making a little pile. Well, I wanted to do more so the engine today, or at least get started on that. Then we can do the suspension stuff tomorrow. Okay. Because I want to keep the weight in the car. Oh yeah. At least, I mean, we could do the front, but I don't want to do the rear yet because if we take the rear stuff out of the car first, it's gonna be really front heavy and it's gonna be a little shaky on the lift. So that's why we'll work front to back for dismantling it. But yeah, we could just kind of blow, you know, this little McPherson setup off real quick. It's literally just a couple bolts holding her on. But yeah, you can see it's got even like these bushings. You can see the light through them. I mean, it's all good. That's typical for old sway bars. You know, especially when it's like at full droop like this, it's not really in its typical loaded point. So that's something you'll kind of tend to see. All right, yep. Seen under here a couple times now. Man, even this battery tray's in pretty good shape. And that's usually where a lot of the rust kind of comes in. It's just like surface rust. That doesn't need to be replaced. It's kind of wild. That's like your first sign of a good chassis. So, yeah, we'll do hood off and then our favorite, drain some fluids. And then gonna go from there. How brand new do you think this filter is?
I'm sure it's a freshie.
Oh my God, that one's tight. How many mice do you think have lived in this thing?
Probably a few.
Gonna get at least.
Oh, watch out, really.
Yeah, I know, right? Let them out. This looks pretty OG.
I was gonna say, it's actually expecting really nothing in there, to be honest.
Wow, look at that. Not too bad. We'll leave it loose because we'll probably have to get to the bottom side to take it out.
Get it off.
Yeah, it's a cool little unit. Yeah, because when I got this one, the motor was already out of it. had the RB project was begun on it. So
it was already in there.
yeah, so most of the stuff wasn't in there, and I haven't really worked on too many of these things, to be honest, outside of ours and other modified ones. So seeing it all factory is pretty wild.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, because there's certain things like, you know, we're just gonna have to like backtrace to see like what will need to be kept and what doesn't. Let's pop these fuel lines.
Okay.
Let's start draining the coolant out. Does it even have coolant in it? Doesn't look like much. Drain the oil out of it, all the fun stuff. Let's just knock that out real quick. So these are called flapper door stops. So see when they have this type of shape?
Literally.
Whoop.
Huh.
So that's just how much air is getting sucked through it.
Okay.
And it tells it how much fuel to give it. Just a
Wow.
giant potentiometer on
It's massive.
it's a, yeah, mass airflow sensor.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, so it's literally just a potentiometer that is on a giant flap valve that just goes in here. So the more this engine's sucking, the more fuel sprays in. So I want to see if I can see. Well, I'm sure I can see eventually. Yeah, man, that's right. I'm just riding my ass off over here. where this harness be? Oh, it's these, I think. Okay, okay. I think I got something. Yeah, ECU's just right here. Yeah, once again, interesting because my ECU was not in the factory location when I got that car. So yeah, that's just where it gets the powers. And this is the way through. So I'll just have to see about pulling that out. Probably replace this. This is part of the engine harness. Comes up here, runs across here. It's a fatty.
Okay.
Probably down to the starter and such.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right into the engine harness. So where does that guy go?
Hang on. I'm getting it off.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that will just go with this here in a moment. Just getting this all out the way. Oh, this is one of the best parts about old Datsuns. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's a little service light. I'm just a little tangled up here. Hang on. Oh, I think I got another plug here I gotta get. Just take off. Look at that. Yay. There you go. Sweet. Look at that. It's a monumental spot to be. Yeah, your side looks a lot better than mine. Well, actually, no, mine
way less stuff.
Mine just got way better. Look at it. There's nothing over here anymore. Just pull this guy. Grab that. Right there. Right at the tip. Boop. Well, I guess it does go with the compressor, but just get it kind of laid over out of the way. So yeah, over here it's just the 2 compressor lines left. That's it. And the exhaust. Pulling this exhaust off?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Are you sure? It looks brand new, dude.
I know. Some new guy bust out the can of WD on her.
Well, the funny thing is like, the whole chassis is in such good shape. The exhaust,
Dude,
however,
dude.
just because it was closest to the ground, so it just rusted through. But like the control arms and everything are actually all good.
It's the holy exhaust.
Just a crappy exhaust. But yeah, see the body, like no rust.
Yeah.
Really there. I mean, a touch, here and there, but
Yeah.
not like anything
Compared to
detrimental.
anything else, yeah.
Yeah. So, it'd be nice to get all this stuff out the way and let them just blast it.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to it. Oh man, we just got this rouse. Dude, look at that sludge. Chunky freaking monkey.
That's normal, isn't it?
That all just came out of it.
It's just sitting in there.
Ugh.
Look.
So you think the rad's still good?
Oh, it's fine.
Certainly nothing to do with this iron block. Ooh. Get this last piece off here. Oh yeah. Alright. The car just threw up on us. This should come out. Fragile. Cool. The lower one, you just got like a screw or 2 on that.
one more down here.
Yep, pop that off and I'll get this fan out. I'll get this rat out. All right, one more down there. Fan out, then the rat out. Exhaust is off?
Yeah, well, I've still got, yeah,
A bit.
I'm halfway. I couldn't break it loose from somewhere else.
Is it like to the end of the trans at least?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
It would come out when we pull it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so just drive shaft left under here, the speedo cable. Yeah, see that guy's right here. Yeah. Gonna need a crescent, or not a crescent. God. Actually, no, it is a crescent. A croissant wrench. I need a croissant wrench. I need a light too. There we go. I can kind of see what's happening here. So yeah, this mechanical speedo, so it's just a cable that runs all the way up into the car and goes into the back of the cluster, and it just spins, and that's it. It's as simple as that. Gold leader, I have yeah, see, it's just a little, I have a cool GPS speedo in there. Yeah, I have a little GPS, like just like you would see on like the race cars and stuff. And it just sits under the dash. I checked that it would work like under the cowl, so it's like right under here. Whoop. And it was enough signal just through the metal and through the glass, and just reads your speedo, or reads your speed electronic or satellite light. Satellite. Speedometer. Okay, Taylor's gonna hop under there and get the clutch line. That's the last thing I can see from here. And then also gonna drain that. See this guy right here. Just gonna take the whole the whole slave cylinder off, which is still blows my mind that we call them slave cylinders and master cylinders. That's not gonna last too much longer in this day and age. It's kind of ridiculous. So yeah, that guy off, and then yeah, just see what the transmission needs for the drain. And then I'm going to just have a little fun up front here and take this grill off. Very unnecessary for you know, building or removing this engine, but it's something I really want to do. So we made some killer progress on the Datsun build. We got the motor pretty much ready to pop out. All the fluids are out of it, harness, everything is detached from the engine. The next steps is just literally grabbing that cherry picker and yanking her out. I gotta run for now, so we are going to just come back to this tomorrow. The other thing is we do have to pull some of the rear cross member out to get to the drive shaft bolts, and that's all gonna be kind of a part of, you know, removing the rear suspension. So I wanna get all of that going at the same time, and I want to make sure that we have a place to put everything, and it's going to make a big mess, and we're going to clean it all up. So good stopping point for now. Everything is basically ready to pull, and just keep stripping this thing down tomorrow. We got the grill all off. We'll take these bottom pieces of sheet metal off too, because they will be also replaced by the new front splitter. So we'll see you guys mañana.